Please be seated. Good evening, friends and families of our graduates. My name is Sonia Lell, and I am principal of Flower Mound High School. Thank you for joining us as we honor the graduating class of 2019. This graduation has a special meaning. The students seated before you have helped Flower Mound High School establish a tradition of excellence, a sense of school pride, and community service to others. This year, Louisville ISD took on the challenge of spreading and teaching kindness throughout the district. Many of our students took on the role of kindness ambassadors to help spread this movement district-wide. If you served as a kindness ambassador or helped in any way during the course of this year by spreading kindness and including all of the positive campus activities at Flower Mound High School, please stand so that we can recognize you for your tremendous effort and the lasting legacy of kindness that you have started for others. Thank you. The motto, "Make kindness normal," was carried out and fulfilled by each and every one of you. This has been a record year for our campus. We've even adopted the motto, "Year of the Jags." Our students have shown incredible success and achievement in academics, athletics, fine arts, clubs and organizations, citizenship, and community service. As a reflection of their hard work, this class has earned a total of over $44 million in scholarship money, the highest in Flower Mound history. This ceremony will mark the successful conclusion of your high school career, but it will also signify a new beginning. Use the positive experiences you have gained while at FMHS as you meet each new challenge. Please help me welcome to the podium your senior class Vice President, Tony Yang.
At this time, will everyone please rise for the presentation of the colors by the FMHS Air Force JROTC, followed by the singing of our national anthem by our choir. Gentlemen, please remove your hats. Everyone, please be seated. Thank you.
Each year, a number of our graduates set aside other opportunities that may await them and make the decision to serve our country as part of the U.S. Armed Forces. We are proud of each of our graduates who become a contributing member of society, but we owe a debt of gratitude to the brave men and women who dedicate their lives to our country. Graduates who will serve in any branch of the U.S. Armed Forces next year, please rise and let us recognize you. Thank you. It is my pleasure to introduce Smayan Kothapalli, one of our top 20 students who will give the opening remarks.
Hi everyone. I wrote this speech last night with the help of Yahoo Answers and a WikiHow tutorial, so please wish me good luck. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2019 Flower Mound High School Commencement Ceremony. Thank you to all the families, faculty, and distinguished board members for attending. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Smayan Kothapalli, and strangely enough, I have attended Flower Mound High School for the last 4 years too. Strange coincidence, I know. To my fellow classmates, we have finally made it. Only 13 short years, and we have finally done it. Here today, we have an outstanding 907 students graduating. Can you believe that? 907 students. That's like having 906 students and adding another student. Or get this, having 905 students and adding 2 more students. I know, math's crazy. I can't take all the credit for that. Mr. Yates helped me with that one. We entered this school as naive little freshmen, nervous to start our journey. And 4 years later, we've met new people and formed powerful bonds. We've experienced Jaguar camaraderie at our Friday night football games and pep rallies. And we've learned not just the facts about a subject, but perspectives different from our own and the ways we wish to live our lives. When we look back on these 4 years, we will remember the accolades and the accomplishments, but what we will truly cherish is the personal growth and everlasting relationships we have formed. All of us here will be heading out into the real world pretty soon on very different paths. Some to 4-year institutions, some to trade schools, some into military service, and some directly into the workforce. However, regardless of your path, I implore everyone here to act with intention. Don't do for the sake of doing. Don't do because people tell you to. Make goals, find your passion, and pursue it. Do what makes you happy and what you want to do, and don't stray from that path. Of course, there's no way I can tell you that everything will work out the way you would hope if you act with genuine intent. But what I can say is this. By following your passions, you can focus on your greater purpose and go on a trip of self-discovery. You can stay without an inkling of regret knowing that you stayed true to yourself. Class of 2019, what a journey it has been with each and every one of you. I wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors and hope you truly take advantage of everything you've learned here in these last 4 years. For the rest of your lives, know in your hearts that you are now and forever will be a Jaguar. Before I conclude, I would like to really quickly thank my family for the constant support and love they've given me. I love you guys. Congrats to everyone, and let's celebrate this proud accomplishment. Thank you very much, and go Jags.
Thank you, Smayan. I would like to recognize our special guests and dignitaries who are present this evening. I would ask that they stand as I introduce them. We are honored tonight to have the following members of our 2018-2019 LISD School Board. Angie Cox, President. Kronda Timish, Vice President. Catherine Sells, Secretary. The following board members: Christy Hassett, Allison Lasson, Tracy Scott Miller, and Jenny Prosnick. Thank you all for your support. The distinguished members of our LISD administration are Dr. Kevin Rogers, LISD Superintendent of Schools. Dr. Lori Rapp, Deputy Superintendent. Mr. Michael Ball, Chief Financial Officer. Dr. Buddy Bonner, Assistant Superintendent of Employee Services. Dr. Joseph Coburn, Chief Schools Officer. Mr. Brian Colbeck, Chief Technology Officer. And in the back, Ms. Rhonda Godby, Assistant Chief Elementary School. Thank you all for your continued leadership. In addition, I'm honored to recognize the Flower Mound Jaguar feeder pattern principals who are here tonight to help us in this celebration. They have played an important role in our graduates' journey, beginning with kindergarten and ending here today. Please stand while I call your name. Miss Lana Fisher, Bluebonnet Elementary. Dr. Michelle Wooten, Principal Donald Elementary. Dr. Patrick Schott, Principal Forest Vista. Miss Kelly Roden, Principal Garden Ridge. Mr. Tim Greenwell, Principal Liberty Elementary. Dr. Kelly Hyunga, Principal Old Settlers Elementary. Miss Tammy Braun, Principal Wellington Elementary. Our three middle schools, Mr. Dave Tickner, Principal Forestwood. Miss Kelly Knight, Principal McCamey Middle School. Mr. Gary Gibson, Principal Shadow Ridge Middle School. And on stage behind me, Mr. Jeff Brown, Principal FM9 Campus. Thank you for your leadership and support of our graduates. Your guidance has been instrumental in their success. I appreciate all that you do in preparing the next generation of Jaguars. I would like to introduce an outstanding young lady who I've had the pleasure to work with this school year, the FMHS Senior Class President, Rachel McHale.
Good evening, Jags. My name is Rachel McHale, and I've had the honor and privilege of being the 2019 Senior Class President. Before I begin, I'd like to thank all the parents and faculty for joining us in tonight's commencement ceremony to honor the many, many, many achievements of the FMHS class of 2019. The past 13 years of each and every one of our lives has been what seems to us as a never-ending cycle of stress, procrastination, excitement, and success. There is no doubt that every single senior in here has experienced the darkest sides of senioritis, but despite this, the class of 2019 was a record-setting year. Not only were we the first class in Flower Mound High School history to win Powder Puff back-to-back, shout out to my girls and coaches, but we took home a football district championship, a merciless Mound Showdown victory of 59-21, a volleyball state championship, a girls cross-country Nike regional championship, a robotics world championship, and to top it all off, a boys soccer state championship. Class of 2019, we did that. After we walk out of this building tonight, the only thing we carry with us as a way to remember our 4 years of high school are the memories we made. Whether it be remembering our sweet Mound Showdown victory, or cheering at the top of our lungs as Zach Lovell ran his heart out and scored a 30-yard touchdown for our Jags. Or whether it be Kelrick Walton eating his cucumbers, or experience the greatest wipeout in history when Kelrick slipped on water and completely ate it on the stage at Mr. FMHS. Sorry, Kelrick. For those who took Mr. Wirtz's English class, I'm sure you always remember the constructive criticism he would give us, even though it was just him explaining how bad your paper was. It's these moments that made us laugh, cry, or shout with joy that'll stick with us, and I want to thank every senior in this room for creating a 4-year journey filled with unforgettable memories. The class of 2019 is a class that I see immense success within. To all the future doctors, engineers, Broadway stars, professional athletes, Oscar winners, to all the future lawyers, entrepreneurs, pharmacists, nurses, and Grammy winners, to all of the world changers and brilliant minds that I see in each of the seniors in here. Getting to this point is just the beginning, and I hate to break it to you, but this wasn't even the hard part. Bill Gates once said that it's fine to celebrate success, but it's more important to heed the lessons of failure. There will be plenty of celebrating with this hardworking and ambitious class, but this only comes after the struggles that come before finding success. That big scary F word, I'm talking about the word failure, just in case you were thinking something else, shouldn't be feared, but should be anticipated. Let's anticipate the time for growth, and let's look forward to pushing ourselves in everything we do. The growth and dedication that the class of 2019 has demonstrated allows me to say with confidence that success is right around the corner, and I can't wait to live in a time where we lead, change, and run this world. As this class leaves Flower Mound High School, a selfless, dedicated, lovable, and Jag spirit-filled principal leaves with us. Miss Lael, the class of 2019 appreciates every single game you've come to, every single wave in the hallway, and every single time you've said, "Go Jags." Thank you for your leadership and encouragement, and thank you for choosing this year to retire, since now none of us have to put up with a new principal. Seniors and audience members, please join me in a round of applause for the greatest of all time, Miss Lael. Teachers, administration, parents, siblings, friends, coaches, and counselors, thank you for your guidance and encouragement for the past 4 years. Getting all the way here would have not been possible without each and every one of you, and I'm beyond thankful for each and every one. Congratulations, class of 2019, and for one last time, seniors, what's that Jaguar battle cry? Thank you.
Thank you, Rachel, for those inspirational words, and I appreciate the shout out. It's my pleasure to introduce our award-winning choir under the direction of Dr. Mark Rohr. They will be performing "It Takes a Village" by Joan Zamico.
It takes a whole village to raise our children. It takes a whole village to raise one child. We all, everyone, must share the burden.
Thank you, Dr. Rohr and our choir. It is a long-honored tradition to recognize the top 2 ranked students in a graduating class. It is my honor to introduce our salutatorian, Henry Liu. Henry is the son of Mr. Wei Liu and Mrs. Fing Ying Yang. Henry finished second in his class at FMHS with an impressive weighted GPA of 123.88 out of a possible 130 points. He will attend the University of Texas in Austin and plans to major in computer science. Please help me recognize Henry Liu.
Good evening to all. You know, I think the fact that I'm up here tonight for my academic accomplishments really just goes to show how you can be a winner and a loser. In all seriousness, it truly is an honor to speak before everybody on such a significant occasion. This ceremony is the culmination of our hard work these past 13 years and is a time to celebrate our accomplishments and thank those who have made everything possible. And so to that end, thank you, Mom, thank you, Dad, thank you, friends, thank you, teachers, and thank you to everyone else who have made my and everybody else's experiences over these past years so amazingly meaningful. It is difficult for me to put into words how grateful I am for our continuing love and support. And of course, I'd be remiss not to extend one more special thank you to someone who now, in the final year of her tenure here, I'm sure we can all say has played an instrumental role in shaping the place we've come to know and love as FMHS. So thank you, Ms. Lael. Now, commencement marks not only the successful conclusion of our education thus far, but also the beginning of our new lives as we know them. Just a small first step in the unpredictable adventure that is life, and only one of many more meaningful milestones to come. In a short while, we'll be headed our separate ways. Yet whether it be on to college, into the workforce, or elsewhere, we are all commonly united in the pursuit of our unique dreams and aspirations. Along the way, we will invariably be tested by the adversities of the real world, and at times feel stuck or be seemingly lost. But what has made us so successful already is our ability to relentlessly strike back in the face of hardship, and it's that mentality that's enabled us to chant "Jags take state" so often. In front of us lies a blank slate, a fresh opportunity to apply the skills and talents we've developed at Flower Mound High School in a new context. We've matured as students, grown as leaders, and of course, become masters of Spark Notes. Class of 2019, these next few years present possibly the last prime opportunity to truly explore who we are and who we want to be. As we move forward onto the next chapter of our lives, take care to explore the unknown. Wherever life spits you out next, there will be more freedoms, more choices, and more decisions to be made. Our lives will be less structured, less routine, and will be even more so guided by our own ambitions. So take the time to discover what makes you truly passionate. From exploring other majors to considering new career paths, strive to find what actually interests you, for our passions are what fuel our indomitable spirit. Our potential is bounded only by the fierceness of our determination and the work we are willing to put in. That is to say, our potential is boundless. Fellow classmates, I'll leave you with this. What comes next won't always be easy. It won't always be comfortable, and it won't always be familiar. But if there's one thing I've learned, it's that, in the words of the wise rapper and philosopher Lil Nas X, when the road gets rough, you just gotta ride till you can't no more. Thank you.
Thank you, Henry. At this time, our acclaimed and award-winning FMHS band, under the direction of Mr. Brent Biscup, will perform "America the Beautiful." Thank you, Mr. Biscuit. One of the most distinctive awards we recognize is that of Class Valedictorian. This year's top-ranked student for the class of 2019 is Mukel Saralothan. Mukel is the son of Mr. Saralothan Harrison and Mrs. Lakshmi Saralothan. Mukel posted a remarkable final GPA of 124.46 out of 130 points. He will also attend the University of Texas in Austin, but he will major in biology. It's my honor to present to you the Flower Mound High School Valedictorian for 2019, Mukel Saralothan.
Good evening, everyone. Before anything else, I'd like to take a moment to express my thanks. Thank you to all the friends and family of today's graduates that have taken the time to join us for this special occasion. Thank you to Ms. Lael and the Flower Mound High School administration. Thank you to the choir and band for being here tonight. Thank you to all my teachers, both academic and extracurricular, who have provided me with knowledge and life lessons. Thank you to my friends who have given me assistance, pure joy, and even some competition. Henry. Sorry. And of course, the greatest thanks goes to my parents and brother, without whom I wouldn't be anything I am today. Now, with that out of the way, we've been talking a lot about graduation and life and Flower Mound High School, so I'd like to take a step back, talk about something different. I'd like to tell you all a nice story. It's the story of the boy who could read when he was only 3 years old. Now, that might not sound very impressive, but to all of you who are skeptical out there, if you could read when you were 3 years old, you'd probably be giving the speech instead of me. So, here's how it goes. People who visited the young boy were astounded by this precocious ability, as he would read children's books meant for 5 to 6-year-olds perfectly. However, there was one thing that everyone didn't know about this boy, and ironically enough, it was that he couldn't actually read at all. His secret? The boy simply had certain books read to him countless times, and he memorized them, including the words which marked the page turns. And so, the boy who was labeled as a genius was only unintentionally fooling others. And I know that I'm not creative enough to come up with a story on my own, so it just so happens that I was that boy. Although this story may just seem like a flex, I think it shines some light on an important concept: the power of judgment. The adults who saw me spouting lines from the book made the judgment that I had a prodigious talent, regardless of the reasoning behind it. They were so quick to finalize their decision on me that it ended up overlooking a major detail: the truth behind my talent. Now, it may look like I'm on track to complain about judgment and judgmental people, but that's not the case. Otherwise, I'd be complaining about every human alive. I believe judgment is intrinsic to humans, especially our judgment of other humans. For the sake of safety, and in a more modern setting, time, humans have developed judgment to improve their experience in society. By gauging people on their first encounters, people can form an idea as to whether those people will be good influences on them or only drag them into misery. By labeling people as sketchy, your brain is doing nothing more than trying to prevent a relationship with bad people, and while these people may be completely innocent, you don't run the risk of the alternative. In the business world, people don't have time to carefully and thoroughly evaluate employees over long periods of time, underscoring the importance of interviews and first impressions we will all soon experience in our lives. However, all this being said, it is important to remember that just as judgment occurs for a reason, the aspects that we judge others on exist for a reason as well. And oftentimes, we neglect looking into those reasons. The girl that we label as a lucky genius could very well work relentlessly on her studies behind the scenes, bearing stress and sleep deprivation, only to be called a nerd for all of her efforts. The boy that we label as annoying because of his personality could easily have a difficult family situation at home, depriving him of the love and nurturing everyone needs to thrive socially. Sometimes, we're so quick to form judgments about others that we forget to confirm our judgments. I know I have. So I ask all of you, the graduating class of 2019, as you move on to bigger and better things, keep at the back of your mind that people are not always as they seem. By searching for validation of your judgments, don't waste opportunities that could push yourself and society forward. Don't let a bad first impression destroy your chances of interacting with some amazing people. You may just meet your new best friend. Hey, You may even learn that they could read at the age of 3. Thank you.
Thank you, McKeel. Dr. Rogers, I am pleased to present to you the senior class of 2019 for Flower Mound High School. Before us are 907 exceptional young men and women. I have verified that each of these seniors have met the requirements of the Texas Education Agency and Louisville Independent School District and should be awarded the appropriate diploma or certificate.
Thank you, Ms. Lale. To you, the Flower Mound High School class of 2019, please know that we are very proud of your accomplishments. We look forward to even greater achievements in the future. Mrs. Cox, Ms. Lale has verified these students eligible to receive their diploma or certificate. Therefore, by the authority vested in me by the state of Texas and the Louisville Independent School District Board of Trustees, I certify them. Their diplomas or certificates are to be granted at this time. Congratulations.
Will the first row please rise to receive your diploma?
McHill Saralavin. Henry Liu. Jabran Khalil. Aditya Oja. Vaibhav Gautam. Devon Noel Regal. Shareya Saktabras Kamaran. Nathaniel Ryan Villalon. Jennifer Hunji Park. Justin Jiu Che. Hannah Faz Ahmad. Anna Gail Glowski. Allison Courier Reed. Kyle Nett Winter. Gia Lee. June Kwan. Smayan Ruthvik Kodapali. Sanchit Sanmuga. Soham Patel. Jonathan Michael Voss. William Brady Pardue. Kastab Nabalati. Kyle Painter Montgomery. Eunice Kim. Sung Lee. Zachary Scott Lovell. Ross Marshall Reeves. Nicole Sophia Acosta. Claire Ann Adams. Lakit Ograwal.
Yaman Ahmad. Sena Aziza Ahmed. Argran Ahmedi. Matthew Min An. Elzabella Beatrice Ehu. Lila Suzanne Allen. Chloe Amamaris Alvarado. Colin Sidney Alves. Julian Joseph Amador. Sean Colin Amick. Jacob Timothy Anderson. Blaine Margaret Anderson. Caroline Grace Anderson. Dawson Blake Anderson. Lila Lane Anderson. Thomas Henry Anderson. Tristan Tanel Ansel. Cole James Antonelli. Chloe Louise Archer. Avery Sains Armstrong. Jaden Songlap Arnobit. Ashley Ann Arnold. Emma Kate Arterbury. Munib Assad. Ryan Atbin. Brandon Singh Naren Altwall. Bauer Davis Ocoin. Amanda Lee Ozen. Alexander Nicholas Avila. Cade Bradley Exline. Colleen Nicole Babineau. Julia Sun Babinski. Rhea Babu. Megan Kathleen Bailey. Margaret Aaron Baisley. Brennan David Baker. McConnell Edward Balderas. Taylor Griffin Ball. Sean Daniel Barbe. Brandon Barbosa Ibarra. Deanna Schuyler Barrett. Joseph Michael Bartholomew. Anthony Christian Bartoli Jr. Connor Allen Beck. Ryan Carmen Becker. Zakaria Belbina. Matthew Ryan Belcher. Evan Allen Bale. Micah Mackenzie Bell. Blaze Michael Bennett. Sierra Jolie Bennett. Ryan Tucker Bennett. Aaron James Birdie. Anushri Radhika Bhatt. Ethan Everett Bickman. Ainsley Seabury Baird. Aaron Mackenzie Bixler. Amanda Page Black. Marcus Joseph Black. Matthew Caleb Black. Leah Louise Blum. Dayton Mackenzie Blue. Emily Ryan Bockenstead. Adrina Tamaj Bouquet. Madison Mackenzie Bolton. Lauren Elizabeth Bordelon. Miranda Berkeley Bortel. Alex Russell Botello. Alexandria Anosu Bolam. Zoe Catherine Bradford. Ilanwi Lisette Brannon. Katie Nicole Branson. Bailey Diane Brennick. Whitney Teresa Brennan. Wyatt Rayjon Brennan. Jessica Sue Brent. Liam Koa Brent. Brooke Nicole Brindley. Mason Kenneth Broach. Alexander David Brock. Kelly Joan Brooks. Caitlin Sierra Broussard. Connor Houston Brown. Macy Taylor Brown. Sarah Elizabeth Brown. Devin Marie Brown. Austin Robert Daniel Bruce. Cameron Matthew Buckley. Cyrus Kali Bahariwala. Bryce Timothy Dwayne Bolo. Tyler Morgan Burns. Jacob James Burrows. Dylan James Bussell. Abigail Grace Butler. Caden Charles Butner. Anna Elizabeth Kakamo. Alan Zenas Camillus. Drew James Campbell. Avery Orion Camper. Caden Gabriel Cantwell. Dylan Van Cow. Jackson Grant Captain. Megan Elizabeth Cardenas. Ashley Alice Carey. Lindsay Marie Kerrigan. Madison Ellen Carlock. Patty Carlos. Paloma Christina Carlson. Devin Claire Casey. Jet Anthony Casillas. Sophia Patrice Casillas. Cesar Eduardo Castaneda. Tay Mackenzie Caldwell. Nikita Chakraborty. Cameron Lindley Chambers. Zoe Elise Charles. Nicholas Wetson Chasteen. Marco Andres Chavar. Het Prakshini Chavva. Ria Chala. Ray Chen. Isaac Chang. Aiden Maxwell Childs. Aditi Chiruvanayu. Young Jin Cho. Neo S. Cho. Sewan Choi. Kelly Choi. Siyang Choi. Anusha Tihira Chaudhary. Jason Scott Christensen. Tristan Heath Christie. Lauren Alisa Crystal. Jawan Lee Chun. Joseph Rosario Samina III. Krista Isabella Cisneros. Hunter Joseph Clark. Corbin Allen Clatterbaugh. Brock Thomas Clayton. Emily Grace Clifton. Mackenzie Gail Klein. Parker Reed Cole. Preston Dominic Cole. Savannah Brianne Coleman. Alyssa Brooke Collins. Zachary Joseph Compton. Blake Joseph Conrad. Kelsey McKenna Cook. Savannah Rayanne Cook. Alexis Monet Cortez. Colin Raymond Corzo. Mason Michael Cosby. Dylan Everett Costa. Caroline Grace Couserant. Avery Lauren Coward. Carly Veronica Coward. Kay Tanner Cowan. Catherine Grace Cox. Landon Scott Cox. Whitney Grace Cox. Allison Margaret Craig. Caroline Martha Craig. Matthew Douglas Kramer. Pierce Jackson Crum. Austin Michael Curtis. Allison Marie Cushman. Connor James Daly. Anisha Dandekar. Kendall Riley Daniels. Nikhil Dunaje Darke. Delaney Faith Doggenbaugh. Roshan Harshal Day. Cole Benjamin Davenport. Jane Elizabeth Davenport. Anastasia Lynn Davis. Brooklyn Nicole Davis. Lillian Jeanette Davis. Olivia Michelle Davis. Callum Keith Davison. Rashid Davaluri. Maya Fairholm Dial. Griffin Joseph DeFreitas. Kirsten Marie DeBlanc. Parker James DeGrief. Dalen Esther DeLeon. Lyric Halen DeLira. Aaron Margaret Demers. Joseph Raymond Jardardings. Scott Edward Devitt. Marcus Alexander DeAlsing. Julia Maureen DiBernardo. Mary Caitlin Dishman. Nicholas James Dockery. Kaylin Brooke Dombrowski. Kendall Sierra Reinhardt Duty. Catherine Jane Ducote. Kabir Rogan Nukal. Lindsay Brooke Dull. Mackenzie Michelle Dungy. Tian Andrew Duwong. Almir Dumirshi. Slater Cameron Eatwell. Hunter Dean Ebler. Harrison John Eggers. Griffin Kemp Ellis. Emily Paige Elving. Andrew John Epping. Trey Lurs Erpenbach. Matthew Kyle Espenschied. Joshua Antonio Espinoza. Miguel Angel Falcon. Kevin Dexter Ferrara. Jacob Keith Ferris. Matthew Tyler Fenchick. Emma Elizabeth Ferguson. Alisa Engel Ferrari. Jackson Lloyd Fields. Hayden Jonathan Fisher. Riley Edella Fitzsimmons. Macy Nicole Fleiner. Jean-Pierre Emmanuel Florenzen Lugo. Samuel Richard Flores. John David Ford Jr. Lauren Foster. Lauren Alexis Frazier. Piper Nicole Frisbee. Adrian Garrett Fry. Christian Nicholas Fuentes. Amanda Michelle Foltz. Connor Douglas Fungafat. Cameron Grant Fife. Carissa Ann Gabbert. Mark Andrew Gadberry. Isha Sarenga Ganamporathu. Chanya Anaya Ane Garcia. Duncan McIntyre Gardner. Sydney Lynn Gardner. Gabriel Nicholas Garrig. Taya Monet Gaydon. Brianne Rose Geiger. Leah Roxanne Geisler. Parker Michael George. Jason Beckman Gertz. Mahmoud Ahmed Ghazi. Emerson Victoria Gilbert. Abby Elaine Gilliland. Sarisa Ann Gilmore. Samuel Charles Guyon. Christopher Todd Glass. Elise Christine Glotta. Karina Gonzalez. Saul Gonzalez Jr. Jessica Lynn Gooden. Jeremy Ajani Gordon. Nicholas Ryan Goss. Trey Jordan Goudot. Christian Aaron Gould. Anisha N. Gouda. Akul Gowder. Presha Goyle. Rhea Goyle. Liesel Evelyn Groby. Abigail Jordan Grace. Austin Rawlshouse Grace. Landon J. Graham. Tegan Dawn McCabe Graham. Joseph Grosso V. Carly Alexis Green. Carly Ann Grell. Madeline Hope Gross. Anna Elizabeth Rosef. Abigail August Guerrero. Allie Marie Guerrero Vanskayuk. Thor Lucas Gustafson. Christian Parker Hale. Daniel David Eugene Hall Jr. Chong Young Han. Jennifer Ann Hanchett. Grace Catherine Haney. Samantha Grace Hanking. Joshua Doyle Hungs. Riley Makina Hansen. Sadiq Lansal Haq. Zachary Whalen Harbula. Artan Shalon Heride. Alan Cole Harrison. Nikolai Philip Harshaw. Cameron Palmer Hart. Kyle Matthew Hassett. Abigail Marie Hayes. Rodney Alexis Hayes II. Alexis Darlene Heading. Harrison Lloyd Headlam. Morgan Donna Heaton. Adeline Grace Heckendorn. Carter Miguel Henry. Aaron Enrique Hernandez. Joel Andrew Hernandez. Pedro Hernandez. Arion Jordani Hernandez Lorente. Juan Pablo Herrera Orejo. Audrey Grace Herring. Grace Ann Hess. Andrew James Hetrick. Madeline Lee Hett. Cameron John Hickey. Kyle Robert Hickey. Caroline Marie Hicks. Kayla Lynn Hilger. Abby Nicole Hill. Chance Elliott Hill. Peter John Hitcherach. Sarah Catherine Hockfelder. Julia Tate Hodgson. Grace Elizabeth Hoffman. Jason Drake Holbert. Sarah Marie Holbrook. Hallie Faith Holden. Caleb Elton Holland. Shelby Jordan Holcraft. Ian Patrick Hollinshead. Michelle Elisa Holland. Abigail Blythe Holt. Griffin Lane Holt. Cole Stewart Hood. Ryan Joseph Kyle Hooks. Reagan Lee Hooper. Riley Payne Hooper. Rosalind Sarah Hoskinson. Weston Charles Huff. Madison K. Hurst. Colton Bradley Ice. Asena Brooke Ideas. Jacob Jeffrey Ingraham. Yusuf Islam. Michaela Jane Jackman. Savannah Nicole Jackson. Hunter Doyle James. Juho Jang. Crystal Jang. Aston Nathan Jansen. Caitlin Ann Shaw Ju Jenkins. Kendall Joe Jennings. Sang Woo Jian. Ashley Grace Johnson. Caleb Vernon Johnson. Jake Leonard Johnson. Savannah Marie Johnson. Sean Tyler Johnson. Joshua Thomas Jones. Zachary John Joseph. Babavi Joshi. Abigail Jung. Jennifer Jung. Minjae Jung. Bryce Anthony Gerardo. Logan Alexander Kaiser. Rithvik Varma Kaladindi. Preeti Kanamori. Skylar Alexa Kate. Manjari Harvey. Kobe Scott Keith Kelly. Mary Catherine Kelly. Abigail Ruthann Kemp. Sheridan Grace Kemper. Colin Alvin Gordon Kennedy. Tyler Michael Kenyon. Aishan Khan. Danielle Noel Keurig. Stasu Brandis Kiera. Patrick Valjami Kieski. Peyton Jamie Lee Killeen. Catherine Yeyan Kim. David Kim. Hannah Hajun Kim. Jaiwoong Kim. Joseph Christopher Kim. Richard Kim. Samuel Jin Kim. Fiona Yoonji Kim. Cameron Odell Kimberlin. Cameron Allen Kincaid. Nathan Andrew Kincaid. Madison Dorr Kinder. Jack Edward King. John Brady King. Sophia Marie Clement. Anne Marie Cluthy. Natalie Ann Knapp. Jacqueline Jade Niffen. Josephine Claire Knight. Matthew Chandler Canope. Beckett Allen Kokol. Jennifer Michelle Kolar. Mega Surya Kamari Kohli. Vital Runga Kamanduri. Tara Renee Kuntz. Ryan Swan Quadri. Cameron George Kruger. Anshul Tarun Kumar. Faith Wanjuru Korea. Cameron Charles Ladner. Flavia Fernanda Lagos Espinoza. Niba Awinga Laktari. Laura Elise Lamb. Stephen Mark Lampy. Hannah Elizabeth Lane. Alexander Riley Lankanow. Rylan Connor Lance. Megan Suzanne Larkin. Alina Jean Lakovic. Andrew L. Lau. Nicholas Adam Levine. Nicholas Heath Lawhorn. Caleb Evans Lawless. Stefan Anderson Lansaxi. Jessica Newley. Zaya Rain. Hannah Lee. J. Daniel Lee. Jiwan Lee. Sean Lee. Bryson Elias Lefner. Eric Alexander Lemus. Madison Jillian Leonard. Elijah Timothy Leslie. Julia Nicole Levy. Matthew and Enrique Lewis. Hunter Ronan Leindecker. Brooke Nicole Liggett. Jacob Parker Lyles. Ellie Sharam Lim. Madison Nicole Lingenfelter. John McAllen Lisenby. Abigail Elizabeth Liss. Emily Catherine Liss. Emma Ann Livingston. Abigail Renee Lodicki. Ethan Andrew Long. Jordan LaRue Lorenzini. Casey Caroline Moss. J.J. Macias Jr. Sri Churin Bangator Madhusudan. Jake Pritchard McGee. Alexander Kurt Mayer. Aiden Christopher Mann. Bidju Mantharuthal. Brandon Taylor Mans. Todd Van Meter Mapes. Edward Alexander Marco. Matthew Robert Marlowe. Jack William Marquard III. Connor Ferris Mardick. Matthew Andres Martinez. Rayon Masood. Emma Jean Macho. Jack Walker Matthews. Stephen Gilliard May. Mason Andrew Mayer. Riley Elizabeth McBee. Brock Taylor McCord. Zachary Thomas McCurdy. Kendall Helen McCallahan. Garrett Braden McGee. Robert Lee McGee III. Emerson L. McGowan. Morgan Marie McGrath. McKenna Marie McGraw. Jenna Nicole McIlvain. Casey Summerlin McInnes. Olivia Renee McIntosh. Colin Patrick McKean. Caitlin Mary McKenna. Kara Renee McLean. John Marquise Tillman Jr. Christopher May. Evan Damon Manhalia. Nathan Drew Mejia. Madison Forrest Mellon. Abigail Christina Mendoza. Aiden Christopher Mesa. Nicholas Andrew Machowski. Joseph Anthony Michelle. Rachel Marie McHale. Abby K. Miller. Ashley Peyton Miller. Cade James Miller. Meredith Leanne Miller. Natasha Blair Miller. Madison Grace Milton. Rachel Elise Millwood. Romir Mittal. Alexis Cheyenne Miser. Wesley Joel Maluk. Ina Alejandra Molina. Jack Ryan Mont. Jane Samo Montalto. James Frank Moore. Marion Annette Moore. Michael Anthony Morales III. Marion Morel. Caroline Grace Morgan. Truett Hill Morgan. Lorenza Elizabeth Morris. Trevor Lamar Morris. Kia Jane Mortensen. Dylan James Mosley. William Christopher Moss. Connor Decker Moy. Jessica Noel Moyer. Nathaniel George Mulkey. Benjamin Reese Mullins. Mir Assad Mumtaz. Sunny Reddy Mudla. Ian McKenna Munson. Jessica Nicole Murdoch. Megan Renee Murphy. Shweta Murthy. Margaret Ann Muse. Samir Musa. Ved Hari Nair. Micah Tiffany Noxone. J. Gavin Nance. Joseph Grant Napa. Sarvin Naranan. Jacob Cleveland Nault. Rafala Navas. Emma Beth Neary. Kendall Elise Newman. Nee Bo Wynn. Jennifer Shaw Nichols. Scott Michael Nissen. Samuel Allen Nix. Benjamin No. Jackson Henry Nyman. Catherine Marie Niesebold. Aiden Aaron O'Banion. Alicia Nicole O'Donnell. Madison Rose O'Malley. Ashlyn Elizabeth O'Rourke. Aeneas Aladis Osagata. Mallory Ann Odom. Riley Elizabeth Odom. Gabriella Celeste Ogletree. Ryan Lee O. Aiden Noel Ojeda. Farron Grace O'Nettle. Ralph Adrian Olivares Jr. Elizabeth Aaron Olson. Ethan Lou Ung. Trent Overton. Ryan J. Owens. Giovanni Pancera. Zoe Amagala Perez-Covalas. Jessica Park. Jimmy Park. Yenna Park. Emily Madeline Parker. Logan Souza Parker. Jacob Alexander Parlapiano. Luke Trenton Parrish. Samantha Lynn Parrott. Lauren Rose Harworth. Lourdes Cecilia Pastor Ordonez. Aditya Manjos Patil. David Allen Hall. Samantha Nicole Paxton. Ethan Daniel Peliquin. Kale Andrew Pennington. Yashu Pericharla. Clara Joyce Perkins. Alexander Jarrett Peterson. Paige Lauren Peterson. John Thomas Pfeiffer. Trey Rudolph Phillip. Gabriel Andres Pico Cordero. Avery Elizabeth Pierce. Eli Stephen Peach. Campbell Elizabeth Pipkin. Joshua Burgess Plaster. Catherine Elizabeth Plummer. Emily Nicole Poliak. Sidera Poonam. Shane Edward Populoch. Elisa Farrell Portillo. Julia Meredith Powell. Nathaniel Ryan Powell. Brandon Charles Pozos. Mayuri Prasad. Noelle Rebecca Platt. Jordan Faith Preston. Ashley Dawn Price. Saket Ashish Puri. Isabel Marie Cavedo. McKenna Corin Quinn. Tanner Ray Rabjan. Sanir Neil Raman. Arun Kumar Raja. Michael Man Raji. Maharsha Raju. Kirthana Ramesh Babu. Jillian Grace Rash. Abigail Adair Roche. James Joseph Rawson. Jessica Francis Rayner. Mitchell Blake Reinocker. Mackenzie K. Rhodes. Abraham Emmanuel Rice. Ethan Jackson Rice. Raquel Marie Rice. Jack Ryan Richard. Sydney Jean Richard. Daniel Carl Ricketts. Kane Jarrett Ronaldo. Karen Patricia Rincon. Jillian Ann Risberg. Braden Avery Rist. Matthew Peter Risk. Abby Maureen Roberts. Carter Douglas Roberts. Charlie Lynn Roberts. Presley Reed Robertson. Abigail Elizabeth Robinson. Alyssa Grace Rogers. Hannah Marie Romero. Raylyn Oria Rosenthal. William Preston Ross. Maria Summer Roth. Hunter Luke Roy. Camilla Riano. Addison Faith Ruff. Jordan Leanne Runte. Kyle Hamilton Sabolik. Alyssa Michelle Sangs. Christian Bailey Saffel. Mazen Safola. Jacob Vincent Sampson. Rachel Nicole Sanders. Jenny Yun Chin Song. Jose Enrique Santos Marino. James Paul Sardina. Lauren Kate Satterfield. Rachel Octavia Nicole Cersei. Daniel Scott Schaefer. Daniel William Scheffler. Ella Paris Schindler. Maya Alexis Schroeder. John Austin Schwink. Craig Arnold Seckers Jr. Holden Blake Sieb. Genesis Beatrice Sejas. Austin Kim Seo. Raylyn Grace Seapole. Suket Ratesh. Jessica Lee Shapley. Carson David Shepard. Joji William Sherman. Taylor Renee Sherman. Neil Devisha Sheath. Erika Lycian Shio. Daniel James Schaff. Spencer Matthew Schomach. Mesfirat Shibate. Catherine Abigail Shirtliff. Joseph Michael Silver III. Samantha Michelle Sylvie. Cade Joseph Simonis. Savannah Abigail Simpson. Ashton Elizabeth Sims. Bryce Mason Sims. Eric Lee Sims. McKenna Marie Sisson. Holly Rongshi Siu. Sarah Elizabeth Small. Simeon Javaris Smiley. Austin Tyler Smith. Benton Walker Smith. Bra Ann Noel Smith. Kaylee Dawn Smith. Caitlin Rowena Smith. Christian Thomas Smith. Emily Elizabeth Smith. Evan Alexander Smith. Catherine Nicole Smith. Katie Elizabeth Smith. Madison Camille Smith. Mitchell Allen Smith. Morgan Faye Smith. Trinity Ellen Shefji. Daeyong Song. Ria Sood. Armaya Soria. Jacob Riley Spalding. Lauren Olivia Spites. Samuel Eric Spence. Gavin John Spencer. Keely Rain Spencer. Mason Michelle Spillman. Ashley Ann Spretzis. Jacob Owen Springfield. Ashwari Naraini Shri Propikano. Michael Thomas Stang. Matthew Michael Stanislawski. Joshua Thomas Stankowski. Lauren Grace Stanley. Paige Nicole Stanley. Angela Charisse Stark. Jacob Coulter Steele. Laura Ann Steele. Landell Earl Stewart Jr. Michael Craig Stinger. Theodore David Stolinsky. Berkeley Aldrich Stovall. Riley Blair Stray. Tyler William Stumfick. Brandon Reed Summers. Matthew Kyam Sun. Justin Reagan Stein. Joshua Allen Swanson. Abigail Jane Templer. Brooklyn Dawn Turnus. Jalea Kimani Terry. Caleb Cardin Thacker. Alexis Nicole Thelman. Colton Michael Thierot. Christopher William Thomas. Lily Tabitha Thomas. Timothy Sherbu Thomas. Brandon Elliott Thompson. Julia Marie Ty. Maddie Renee Tilley. Luke Michael Timmerman. Tristan Tobias. Amanda Lee Todd. Austin Michael Todd. Samuel Joseph Tennisketter. Abigail Grace Tolbert. Edward Michael Tomlinson. Caitlin Rose Tompkins. Dayoung Tong. Hector Angel Torres. Faith Kaylee Townsend. Jane Molly Thompson. Roma Sinclair Tragan. Jason Gung Tron. Kevin Anthony Turner. Landry Curtis Upchurch. Chidama Adugu Osawihai. Allison Nicole Valdez. Jose Daniel Valencia Lacerna. Avery Lynn Valenciano. Yeshwat Valaparetti. Nicholas Valles. Jacob Aaron Veach. Mia Michelle Verdi. Rebecca Valentina Urdu. Christopher Thomas Veering. Ashley Elizabeth Viken. Joseph Hilton Vincent. Isabel Grace Vinton. Roma Peparthi. Christian Kayla Ventulu. Maxton Reese Wade. William John Walder. Austin Charles Wallace. Hannah Renee Walthall. Taylor Nicole Walthall. Kelrick Brandon Walton. Joseph Patrick Ward. Thomas Christopher Ward. Kim Michael Warden. Matthew Charles Warner. Piper Nicole Watkins. Aaron Chadwell Watson. Ethan Thomas Watson. Garrett Richard Webb. Kaylee Austin Webb. Grace Elizabeth Weems. Peyton Trace Weeder. Roman Christopher Widener. Sophie Lane Weinstein. Chloe Rita Weitzman. Jake Thomas Welch. Kelsey Joe Wells. Grace Rosemary Wessels. Gabrielle Mackenzie White. Bailey Nicole Whitmore. Matthew Ryan Ritwell. Haley Nicole Whitworth. Maxwell Jeffrey Wilkinson. Caden Michael Williams. Isabella Giselle Williams. Joseph Benjamin Williams. Mackenzie Grace Williams. Chloe Yolande Willick Friedrich. Autumn Elizabeth Winningham. Cameron James Wise. Adrian Weinzinger. Adrian Jaden Wong. Kingsley Chungkut Wong. Tyler James Wood. Timothy Zhenghui Xu. Amanda Beth Yancey. Anna Yapur Martha. Tony Yang. Jun Young Yi. Che Rin Yoon. Grace Jeanette Sarconi. Abby Camille Zeckman. Nico Linus Zeppenfeld. Espen Andreas Setterstrom. Emma Noel Zirkel. Andrew Daniel Zobel.
It is my pleasure to present a member of our top 20 honor graduates. Anna Glowski will now give our closing remarks.
Well, you're almost there. I'm the last speech before we can all get back to the safety of the Flower Mound bubble. They say never follow a child or an animal on stage. And standing here in front of all of you, I have to add a third. Don't be the speaker between 907 graduates and the end of the ceremony. I need to get on with it. As I sat down to write this speech on my school-appointed iPad with my checked-out Apple Pencil, I thought of all the great lessons I had learned from the amazing teachers here at FMHS. But when I shared my ideas with my brother, he snickered at the thought that I had anything meaningful to say. So I thought, why was I chosen to speak at graduation anyway? I stand here today literally shaking. Sure, I'll embarrass myself in front of the whole school. Who could do it better? But I saw this as a personal growth opportunity and an excellent chance for me to ask myself, why not me? But I'll get back to that later. My favorite thing to do when I sat in the band at commencement was to count the number of cliches in each speech and see who had the most. I am a pretty competitive person, so bear with me while I put up a quick win and maybe even inspire you a bit. Everyone ready? We did it! Don't forget where you come from. We stand on the threshold of tomorrow. These are the best years of our life. We are the best and the brightest. A chapter is ending, but a better one is beginning. We have the future in our hands. Anything is possible. And my personal favorite, fake it until you make it. But seriously, we are lucky to have such amazing teachers and administrators that inspire us and challenge us to be the greatest we can be. Thank you for all you do. They're also the ones that limited my speech today to 45 minutes. But no guarantees. Bear with me. Let's talk about where we come from. Flower Mound, a city filled with high-achieving students, great resources, amazing teachers and administrators, and parents who care. Each day, we perform, learn, or play with some of the most talented students in the country. We truly are amazing. Just ask any of us. But all that awesomeness sure takes its toll. It fosters an insanely competitive environment in all facets of life. It becomes easy to lose track of ourselves as individuals. Or even worse, we start to define ourselves based on our relative position to others. Some find their confidence from their class rank, or the soccer team they play on, or the solo they have in a performance. And others find it from blocking the hallway during passing periods, but that's a different issue. It is nearly impossible to keep from comparing ourselves to others and resist the temptation to define ourselves in this way. In this environment, how do we stay focused on our own personal growth, independent of external forces? There is seemingly always someone better, but we can't let that dictate how we feel about ourselves. We need to stop, reflect, and take account of our own accomplishments, and most importantly, our own personal growth. We're all awesome. My dad says it's not about the content of the speech, but about the duration, so I really need to wrap it up. Now I understand why there are so many graduation cliches. They're impossible to resist, so I won't disappoint and add my own. As we all take stock of our personal growth, development, and contributions, I challenge each of you to ask yourself, why not me? Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. Please welcome to the podium our student body president, Justin Che.
Flower Mound High School, class of 2019, please stand. All right, calm down. All right, so now, before we do the time-honored tradition of the turning of our tassels, I have one final request. Can we get a selfie? Hey, you don't have your ID on you, it's all good. You can just borrow it from someone else. This bottom one isn't even mine, but it's okay. Don't tell them. All right. Here we go. Are you guys ready? All right. 1, 2, 3. All right. I'm going to get one. Okay. All right. Now let's get on with this so we can go home. Please join me in the time-honored tradition with the turning of our tassels. Seniors, at this time, please turn your tassels from the right to the left. Congratulations to the graduating class of 2019. I would ask for everyone to please stand for the Flower Mound High School alma mater.
Graduates, please be seated. Graduates, as you embark upon your next journey, remember, never let the challenges you face in life defeat your spirit. Be a leader by your actions and by your words. Define your dream and make it happen no matter what the obstacles. On behalf of the administration, the faculty and staff of Flower Mound High School, I wish each and every one of you the very best. And my very last official act as your principal, please indulge me. Congratulations, class of 2019. Once a Jaguar! Congratulations!